Okay, Fire Badger time. These are all really, really good packs here. Fire Badger could probably be one of the worst ones, but we gotta go with our build. We're not gonna start playing Hound Carry. All right, this is pretty good. Do we go Hounds here, or I think we just go for a Fire Badger since he has the chaff already. Makes a lot of sense. Only question is, where do we put this guy? Usually I think you want two, and you could also make the argument to put it here. So one can go over to this side. I think I like this. Only problem is I think this is going to get splashed. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. This is bad. Don't position it like this. Oh wait, it actually stopped to fire. All right, that's not a great start. We're gonna wait for the next round for the Fire Badger. We don't need to get three. Let's go for mass-produced Wasp here, though. It's almost an insta pick. It really gives us some air chaff for basically no cost. Okay, I'm surprised he didn't take it either. Apparently, this is one of the most this is one of the best cards, the mass-produced Wasp. People say the mass-produced Phoenix is really good. It might be the best card, but this might be the second best card. Especially for our build, this is the most important card because now our wasps are never carry wasps; they're always chaff wasps. Because if you rely on carry wasps, you're gonna get worked. Like there's too many good counters to it. So the wasps are always going to be a support unit for us. And even if you did want to carry, it's better. It's still better to get this. Rhino Assault, I don't think so. I think we just go. Now we have our fire. Now it's time. Now it's time for the Phantom Race, and we could click oil right away if we want to. We don't have to. We could just click. We could just because we're doing pretty good chaff clear as it is. We could just click range here. Because at this point, he's almost got more chaff than we do. I mean, we almost have more chaff than he does. Look, 1, 2, 3 plus these guys, and he only has 1, 2, 3 plus these guys. So theoretically, we have more to lose. If he puts something here, and and we have a big pile of fire here, and our Mustangs go in, that's not good for us, right? So we need to keep that in mind. And I think we're very effective with the chaff clear with the Fire Badgers right now. I think the Mustangs are even tanking for the Fire Badgers, which is great because that means the Saber, you know, can't kill us right away. So this is going amazing. All right, and the Phoenix is exactly what we would have built anyways, because now the counter to what we're doing is basically boat, not so much Raiden, more so boat, perhaps boat. I don't know, but you know, maybe whatever it is. I mean, you got to have the Phoenixes. You absolutely need to have the Phoenixes into your composition. You might even get another one. And we don't need range. We could almost go charge shot right away, but I don't know about that. We might want to get another Phantom Ray just to act as our front line in the front. So we do. Although if we're not going to go for oil, do we really need the Phantom Ray? Is the question. It's probably not bad just to mix it in. And do we go for like levels on these guys? We could just go for levels and not commit to a single technology. I think that's fine, except for this. Okay, so he's going Arclight to deal with this. So it's good that we got the Phantom Ray, because now the Phantom Ray is going to tank for the Wasp a little bit. Gonna take a we could actually even go now shield on the Phantom Ray. I think that's the play. You could argue Bully go shield as well in the Wasp. Upgrading the Wasps wasn't actually that good. We should have just probably went shield on the Wasp. The Arclights are we could consider armor on the Phoenixes just to give us a little bit of extra breathing room once our initial chaff dies. Okay, well, now we know what we're up against. I'm not super scared as long as he doesn't pivot to something else. We'll continue to skip. We don't care about the spell. We'll get this, and I think we go for this as well. We want to make our tanky units more tanky against the Arclights. Yeah, I wish we didn't upgrade these guys because they're not doing anything. They're just tanking. So it's really bad what we did here. Can't do much now. Guess we could just go for another crawler. Wish I played it differently with the Wasps there. He's not building a ton of chaff, and we do have the shield now on the Phantom Ray. Which makes me wonder, do you even click shield on the Wasp now? Because you already have the Phantom Rays tanking. He still has late chaff here, so the Wasps are not necessarily getting through. By the time they are getting through, the Phoenixes are on top of them. The last unit that needs range is the Phoenix, because everything else is the front line. Alright, Sandworm can be quite good. I think for us, we could just throw in the Sandworms and have him tank the Sandworms. He's gonna go for the Marksman. I think we just go for the Sandworm. We can go Mechdiv on Sandworm as well. We could also go for some more Sandworms too. Let's upgrade these guys. We need the let's upgrade these guys. We could go for Charge Shot even on this. Especially since we have so much stuff in front. So if they do 7,000, I mean, everything's 4,000, or, you know, do we even need Charge Shot? So it just goes from 2-shot to 1-shotting. I'm not sure if we need it, but yeah. It'd be nice to get another Worm. And I don't know if maybe another Wasp to act as chaff again. But he does have the Arclights are pretty good at clearing the chaff, so, but then again, these are improved. These are cheap Wasps. I think we can go for the speed, right? Okay. So it actually goes for the Fortress. I don't know if that's a great idea, but the problem is now that we have speed, we're gonna move into his missile barrage, as you can see here and here. So some units move in, some units get hit. Fortunately, nothing really dies in terms of Phoenixes. We could decide to go EMP on the... on the wasps if we need to. It's not a huge deal. It doesn't feel super threatening yet. It may not accomplish much. Really, Arclight's pretty weak into air comps with the Phantom Ray, so, or just in general. The Arclight's not that good. Now, can we beat this game without going for the corner factory? Or is he going to go for a corner factory because we have the worms? Now, can we go more worms? All right, why don't we try not to go for the corner factory every game? I mean, it looks like it's just an auto win if we do, but what if we just keep going for more of these guys? Now we'll borrow and could just go for charge shot. And, you know, maybe another one. No speed, no nothing. All right. Not sure why he got the hounds. Did we actually not even use oil this entire game? We actually didn't even use oil. That's crazy. We didn't use oil. We didn't use War Factory. What is this world coming to? Now we do lose a Phoenix here, unfortunately. So we gotta make sure we have some like the chaff. You know, let's just keep an eye on it here because our damage dealer is this Phoenix. They're kind of getting close to dying, especially with the charge shot. The charge shot, you know, is so good because it, you know, we're doing 15k. This guy's like 50k, so the 3-shot. Yeah, but the problem is now the Phoenixes are a little bit, they're a little bit dying too quick because the 4-day A is a little bit too much for them. Could go EMP, but it's better to just go for shield, I think, on these guys. So we'll skip. Go for shield now, and I think we need more. Could go for more Phantom Rays as well. Phantom Rays are always going to be good. Could go EMP as well. I think we just need more Phoenixes. Could go for the EMP on this if we manage to survive. Like if they manage to lock on to the things, it might work. Do we just go for another replicate or strike or maybe an armor enhancement? Armor enhancement seems like a great value here. Okay, so some more chaff. I think the armor on the worms kind of just makes sense because of how many worms we have. It's basically paying for one worm, but you get like 3 worms worth of value in terms of HP. And the shield obviously is doing a lot. Now we're able to survive multiple barrages. And it looks like that was what we needed, just a little bit more HP just on our units. Yeah, we could have went factory at any time and just completely just wrecked him. But we were just kind of wanted to play a bit more normal. Let's look at the damages. So this sandworm did a lot. These sandworms did quite little. All the DPS is coming from the Phoenixes, as we always are expecting. All right, these guys are just tanking. We didn't need to level them up. And the Phantom Rays are simply just tanking. We usually would go for oil here. Somehow, some way, the 2 Fire Badgers with range was able to clear all this chaff, I think. Which is kind of crazy. I think oil would have been probably really good on that last round or at any point. as well as just like a corner factory would have been really good at any point just to move in and just take everything out. So, anyways, we kind of went sandworms for the first time instead of the factory, and got to win that way. The armor tech, I'm not sure if it's better than the replicate, but probably is because replicate they probably only pop up once and then they just die. So you get 50% extra health. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 3 sandworms worth of HP for the price of just 450, which is 1 sandworm. So you get a lot of value on that. What could the opponent have done there in the last round? I think EMP. I don't know about EMP. I think he was committed to the Arclights, and I think you just can't commit to the Arclights because they're just so bad into everything except for maybe only Wasp, but they're gonna lose. Look at the range, 110 range compared to. Okay, so he actually outranges us because we didn't click range, but it doesn't matter because there's so much stuff in front that it doesn't matter the total range you have. It matters the relative range, like what's in front, because everything in front is gonna die, and then as long as you're not in front of that, then you're safe. So having more range at that point doesn't do anything except for it gives you a few extra seconds for the Arclights to walk forward before they and I don't think it's that significant. That's why we didn't even care about reducing our range with the charge shot. The electromag would have been a good option later on if there was too many things, but yeah, I think with the shield is just a really good option if you're going into Fort AA, and he only has like 4 forts. You could easily just tank multiple volleys if you have higher level phoenixes. So yeah, this game just didn't look that good for him based on going with Arclight. I do commend him for trying, and it's good that we see something that's less scary than like a boat or a Raiden. I don't think there's anything he could have done in that last round. You might, if I were him, I'd try to throw down a factory here, but then you have the phoenixes kind of shooting at it. I think he kind of just chose his path with the Arclight, and he has to just either win with it or pivot. You could always consider going for the fort, the wasps here. If he actually goes wasps, he might be able to defeat this. But then you have the worms coming in, so I think the worms become a pretty huge problem because they might even lock up the the wasps. Like the wasps will be shooting at the worm, whereas our units are maybe shooting the wasp. So anyways, yeah, don't be afraid to go for the sandworm. It works really well with this composition.